Hey everybody, Gary here with Guitar Tricks, and in this video I want to share with you some tips for if you're learning guitar for the first time well into your adulthood. But before we get into this, please go ahead and click subscribe so that you get the latest and greatest content from Guitar Tricks. And if you want to be notified of any new lesson, be sure to tap the bell and let us know in the comments what you'd like to see in future lessons. That's where we're always looking for ideas. And the skills that you acquire by just doing it once or twice on one song will then translate to the next song. So try to pick things out by ear. Start with songs you already know. Like if Happy Birthday, everyone knows how that song goes. Take any starting note on the guitar. Da, okay, everyone, happy birthday. Happy, what comes next? Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Nope. Nope. There we go. Sorry. Birthday. Dun, dun, dun. Right? See if you can figure it out. Do you know what scale it's in? Don't worry about it. Not yet. No need to worry about that yet. What also starts to happen is you draw a connection between finger movements and distance with what you hear. That does not happen by reading tab the way that it does by learning by ear. So, you saw I played a wrong note there and I quickly calibrated, and then I was able to connect the sound with the finger movement. All right. So number one was don't be a technocrat. Number two was lead with your ear, learn by ear. Number three, prioritize songs, full songs, right? So this kind of goes back to number one, don't be a technocrat. So I never played a single exercise, scale exercise, chord exercise, anything like that until years into already being able to play 20 or 30 songs, with my friends. So the exercises, there came a time in my development where I had to run a series of exercises just to get a sense of fretboard fluency when I got really into lead guitar and when I started learning new chords and new chord progressions and wanted to play them all over the neck. It was just faster to, instead of just randomly discovering tidbits of things through song learning, to just do it all in one shot in a practice exercise. But I would have never wanted to start with that. Maybe you love exercises, that's fine, but I'm guessing your goal is to play music. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you just want to understand how the instrument works and think of music as like a science and just get to know the science of it. But I would assume most people watching this want to play songs, want to play music, right? That's what music is. So why not focus on songs? So if you're only going to practice one thing, practice songs. If you want to learn, do technical studies, half your time at most, the other half songs. So I meet so many older students that come to me and they're like, oh yeah, I know all 5 patterns of the pentatonic scale. I could play them up and down. I know all my cage chord forms. And I'm like, great, play me a song. I'm like, I don't really know I know parts of songs, right? Like, so songs are where it's at. And choose songs that you know and love and try to, make a playlist of songs you know and love if you have something like Spotify or whatever, or just write them down as you hear them, as you listen to them, and figure out which ones are easiest to learn and start there and learn them start to finish, so that when your friend comes over and they want to sing it or play it with you, you don't have to stop midway or you don't start somewhere in the middle of the song, right? So now I want to talk about the process of learning a song. So first thing is knowing the whole structure of the song. What do I mean by structure? Intro, verse 1, chorus 1, verse 2, chorus 2, bridge, chorus 3, outro, right? How long is each section? Intro, 8 bars, right? Verse, 16 bars. Okay, so through the process of learning a song, you are working on skills like counting, having an awareness of how long something is. 4 measures, 5 measures, 6 measures, how many beats, right? How do you discover the structure? Lead with your ear, back to the last tip. Listen to the song, take notes. Okay, we've got the intro, then we've got this part, then we've got that part. If you don't know the names of the sections, intro, verse, just call it whatever you want. First part, second part, third part. You'll start to figure out what I need to write in order to know what I'm even talking about. Okay, then there's the melody and the harmony. So the way that a player plays the harmony, like let's say it's a C chord and you hear someone go, that's really nice, but maybe that's a little too advanced for where you're at. I could just as easily go, right? That's fine. So the first step I usually take is just, can I just play the chords in the most simple way from the beginning of the song to the end of the song? Don't be so literal. There's these little sub tips I'm giving you, right? So don't, when you watch someone cover a song, like you go to an open mic night at a coffee shop, usually the guitar player is just strumming the chords, even if in the original song there's piano and there's cello and it's just a chord, right? So realize that all we have is just chords and melody. In those chords, we can give all sorts of interesting rhythms and orchestration, but just be able to bang out the chords in time, right? So if the chord progression, again, back to D, C, G, if on some sort of original recording, it's maybe that's what it is on the original recording. There's this little orchestration. But at the end of the day, it's just in time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is the most important thing. If there was a melody that went over the song, like, here's my melody from a D to a C to a G, and then I ask someone to sing it, as long as I go, here's my melody from a D to a C to a G, that singer would feel confident to sing with me because I'm banging out the chords on time. I'm not going, right? So priority, get the whole structure, get the chords in time. Then you start to think about how those chords are played. What's the strum pattern? What's the finger picking pattern? Again, the problem, if you look at tab, it's going to give you something extremely literal as a first step. The first step is going to be play it exactly this way. When you're learning things by ear and you're understanding what is the most basic elements and foundational elements of the song, the structure and the melody, then you're giving yourself the freedom to just focus on the structure first, play the chords in time, and then embellish, and then make it more literal like you heard it on the record. If you're able to. If you're not able to, that's fine too. Again, going back to that open mic night, what those singer-songwriters and acoustic performers understand is I could play any song any way I want as long as I retain the chord progression and the melody. So speaking of the melody, if you sing and play, that is fabulous. You're going to have so much more fun practicing because now you're actually playing the whole song, not just one part, not just the instrumental, the whole song. If you don't sing and play, then use a looper. So let's say I loop this part. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I said my melody goes, here's my melody from a D to a C to a G. I could play that on guitar. Here's Here's my melody from a D to a C to a C to a G. I went something like here. I went something like 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's my melody from a D to a C to a G. Right? I could play that melody on the guitar. And then contained in that tip was my next tip, which is to simplify songs and grow into them. So again, a song is just a melody and chords. You could play the chords however you want. You don't have to play them literally. So start with just simple. If you don't have complicated strum patterns and a song has complicated strum patterns, simplify the strum pattern. Focus on just changing chords on time. That's what everyone wants to hear, just that time is consistent. The decorations, which is the cool rhythms, is an added bonus, but if you're not playing it in time, everyone feels uncomfortable and you're not playing the song and it's hard to sing and it's hard to follow and it's hard to play with others. So always prioritize simple and groovy, then complicated and sloppy. All right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that. Please let me know in the comments how the journey is going for you learning guitar. If any of these ideas were helpful, if you have your own ideas that you'd like to share. Also, to help you on your journey is guitartricks.com. Like I said, start with songs. We have a whole library of high-quality song lessons with multi-video tutorials, downloadable tab to help support what you're listening to and watching. There's also step-by-step courses on different genres, fundamentals, blues, country, rock, all sorts of other great stuff. Happy playing, and I'll see you next time.